Two Terrific Christmases is an achievement on Bloons Tower Defense 6 where you need to complete an entire game of chimps using just 2 towers on 1-2 tree. Not really about the last part, but everything else stays the same. So we're going to do this with the Grand Sabotwah and the Flying Fortress. I know it's Saboteur, but I like saying Saboteur. Right, by placing a magic monkey in this square, each projectile that we throw out has +1 in power. And in the early game, that is really nice to have. Yeah, blue balloons, green balloons down to red balloons. Everything at this given point in time is going to be exterminated. Sharp shurikens for that extra pierce. Remember, damage and pierce are 2 different statistics. Damage is how much damage each projectile can do to one target, and pierce is how many targets can that projectile go through before the projectile itself disappears. Green balloons, blue balloons, and hey, guess what? Our favorite friend in the entire game, the yellow balloon. Now, we're waiting for this tile to open up to place down our monkey ace, because like with this tile here, but in this case for military monkeys placed here, everything gets a +1 in power, which means that we only need half of the amount of pineapples that we need to lay down in order to take out those pesky fortified lead balloons on 45 and 50. Pink balloons do not stand a chance against our shurikens today. And the tile is now exposed for us to be able to buy something, and alas, explosive fruit is now online. So our goal is to obviously get the Spectra as soon as possible, but I'm just going to get this for a little bit of help, just a tiny bit of help. We won't be pursuing counter-espionage anytime soon. Actually, that's just a nerf to this entire run, because if camera balloons are decamouflaged, then this thing loses out on that bonus damage, which we do not want. We want that bonus damage. You want that bonus damage. Do you get where I'm going with this? Right, never miss targeting is the next purchase of the day. And if you spend more than needed on a other tower, then what you're doing is you're potentially making your round 90 scenario impossible, because you haven't got the money for the Flying Fortress for round 90, for where the bombs do normal damage rather than explosive, which what the Spectra has. I can picture the day that the Flying Fortress will lose its normal damage type on its bombs and will just be the explosive damage type. I picture every single normal damage type tower in the game at some point losing their means of popping any kind of target. There we go. We can sort of do ace micrine, even though I believe that good ace micrine is a myth. That should be it. Yeah, there we go. I can do it! Ace Micro, anyone? Yeah, some of my nicknames, it's not a name, it's just a statement. I believe on the index you can do this combination with just a 200 ninja, and then from there you can claim all the other ninjas as long as you don't buy the distraction upgrade. But we're just going to go all the way up to Grand Sabotwah. See? Sabotwah. Saboteur. And the gifts keep on giving with lead balloons, and our only means of popping them are with explosive fruit. Come on, just 2 more lead balloons to pop with our explosive fruit, and we should be done. 1 more. And I suspect this is going to be the one that will stop me. Oh, no, please pop. Oh, thank goodness you popped. When the UI was over there, I was a bit scared as to whether or not our darts would be able to get over there. But luckily they have. If we could just contain all of them to the square, then that would be great. But knowing me, that's not going to be a possibility. Look at all these lead balloons that are about to escape. How could anyone say that Ace Micro is fun when it's all random and stuff? I know I'm just exaggerating heavily, but just look at this. Like, our darts can't even get to the first target because of the leads blocking them. Oh, we've got it. We've thoroughly got it. Jesse Serrata, please go. Thank you. All those pesky yellow balloons escaping for some odd reason just to spite me, because this game knows that I suck with ace microing. Alright, put this on center path, and hopefully this mob will go down very quickly because of the fact that each of our darts do twice the amount of damage that they would normally do. Brilliant! Right, our next challenging round is going to be the most middle of the 40s that you could possibly imagine. 45. Right, the most wondrous round of all time when you need to rely on explosive fruit in order to pop lead balloons, because normally it takes 3 goddamn fruits on them, or even 4 actually, to be able to get through them. So hopefully on this spot we only need the 2. Okay, that's some of them impacted, but hey, guess what? They're fortified. Okay, that's good. That's good. 2 of them are down, but they're kind of spaced out, which I'm not a big fan of. Okay. Oh, no. Again, I hate these explosive fruit. Just one more lead, but knowing me, this plane will just do whatever it wants, and it will land with anywhere other than the lead balloons being popped. Lovely. I just need to get through these final few hurdles, but obviously these yellow balloons are going to provide a problem, so perhaps center pathing is going to be the way forward. Nope. The darts will do anything other than aim at the first target. Okay, center pathing further away from the beginning, so that hopefully we'll be able to catch everything here. But hey, guess what? My luck, we still lose to yellow balloons. Well, let's start at the beginning and then make our way to the end as the round progresses. Does this work? Yeah, I should have just done that, really. Are there any lead balloons on 48? No, it's just fortified ceramics. I can deal with that. Okay, Spectra, I need you to come online as soon as possible. Can you do that for me? Obviously, these ceramics are going to make it a problem for us. Oh, I hate this. I can't even tell whereabouts the balloons are. I need you online. Oh, please. Oh, thank goodness for that. They were just about to exit there. Oh, we finally got the wonderful Spectra, and our run is officially secured. So now that we have the Spectra secured, let's now talk about something that is not balloons rated. Some of you may notice that I sometimes talk about my retail work, and sometimes how I really hate it, and especially the people and also management expectations of us. Well, I'm going to talk about something else now, and this is the first time I'm going to talk about this, and it's just talk about fellow colleagues. The majority of them I get along well with, but there are other ones which not so much, but also those same ones, they do have some annoying habits, like leaving chewing gum in the temporary bin, which we use for like paper and stuff, and then we put those in the recycling bin at the very end of the day. We have our own recycling bins from our cages that we are given in order to be able to get our products into the store when we have our deliveries every Monday, every Friday. But some colleagues in those temporary bins do like to leave their chewing gum in those bins. If you're going to have chewing gum while at work, put it in the main bin that we have near the sink, in which we empty at the end of the day, which means that nobody else has to touch that chewing gum which you chewed on throughout the day, and then you put it in the temporary bin rather than the main bin which we have. It just means that people don't have to then pick that gum up with their hands or have to need to get gloves in order to pick it up, because it's just disgusting, really. And you see chewing gum just discarded everywhere in which you walk, like out on the streets, on bins, just like on fences and stuff like that. It's just disgusting, really, when people do that sort of thing and don't have any consideration of anybody else. I expect that from people who, I don't know, have like a childlike mind, which should not be a thing. Children, one thing, is disgusting, but they're still learning and growing up, so I have a bit more tolerance for them. But adults, I have no sympathy for when they do that sort of thing. Luckily, because we put our monkey ace on this tile, it meant that our pineapples only needed half the amount of pineapples needed in order to pop those fortified lead balloons on 45. Rather than, I don't know, placing the ace up here just so that you have the ace down that bit sooner. But because the ninja was able to handle round 15 on its own, then we didn't need to have it down preemptively. Oh gosh. Right about now, I think this could be more beneficial, or just having the +1 in power. Obviously, when you get the Flying Fortress, the jungle drones will be even better than the +1 in power for your bombs. There's no regular discount tile for militaries. There's this one, but you can put your mermonkey or your ice tower on it. Like, that's just for aquatic creatures. Of all of the methods to decamo something in a game, I think the ninja's decamo option is probably the worst option out of all of them. Like, you could probably say that Ice's decamo is a bit hit and miss, because the ice tower is obviously a very short-range tower, and embrittlement can only really work very well on certain maps like Resort, for example, or Balance. But on other maps, you're gonna need that longer range on your embrittlement, or your actually ice shards nowadays, isn't it, in order to decamo something. So in that regard, I would say that actually DDTs, the embrittlement is still probably very good, because they have a larger hitbox than regular balloons do. But even then, it could be debatable as to whether or not embrittlement or counter espionage is the worst decamo option for a tower. The best ones, I think, are submergence support, especially when you go to plutonium reactor and shimmer. Like, I think that's just not even a question. That's like, which of these towers has the best decamo, and shimmer because of its range, and submergence support because of, again, its range. And if you upgrade it to twin darts and airburst darts, I think the amount of time it takes for the decamo option to appear again decreases, which is good. Okay, round 80. Go to Flying Fortress, and then we'll focus on the middle path upgrades for the ninja. I didn't know whether or not the distraction upgrade did help us throughout the run, but in my head it did. Down to Moabs, and then down to nothing. Not even yellow balloons escaped our flying wrath. Now, when it comes to two-tower chimps runs, and when a particular run has multiple records because it allocates a higher tier tower. So let's say, for example, if I was the first one to do base ninja and Flying Fortress just as a whole, if I just stick with a 200, I would then get the allocation of double shot, Balloon Jitsu, Grandmaster Ninja, and all of these other ones. So it would just be base ninja, and then followed by double shot, Balloon Jitsu, Grandmaster Ninja, Shinobi Tactics, Balloon Sabotage, Grand Sabotwah, Flash Bomb, Sticky Bomb, and Master Bomber. Not you, you're too goddamn expensive. But some people say that people shouldn't be allocated because you didn't get the achievement with that upgrade or with that tower. Like, For example, another case would be Ground Zero over Tsar Bomber. You would be afforded the Tsar Bomber record as well as the Ground Zero because A, you could have upgraded to that tower, and B, and more importantly, you have the funds available in that run to be able to click that purchase button, which is very important because some people think that you shouldn't be allocated the other towers, but I think it's just a really good way of seeing that, hey, I could have done it with that tower, but I chose not to because I have the skill set and means to be able to do it with a inferior tower. Round 85, first ZMG vanquished. Now the other one. You'll end up just like your friend at the front, and you will not be making it home for this Christmas, or any Christmas for that matter, because for this Christmas, you wouldn't have made it to the other side. I'm talking about the balloons, by the way, not you watching. Of course, all of you will have your Christmas this year, or your holidays. Like, not everybody celebrates Christmas, and that's completely fine. Different parts of the world have their own different holidays, which is very important to have. It's all very important that we all don't celebrate the same kind of aspects in life, because it means that we all have different cultures and different diversity, which makes us all individuals, but we all don't have the same likes, dislikes, strengths and weaknesses. Otherwise, some things would just be non-existent in the world because, hey, maybe all of us don't like the yellow balloon because we all keep dying to it. And when I say we all keep dying to it, I'm saying I'm the only one that dies to it. Okay, we've got the Flying Fortress now. Now this power tile I think only really benefits the darts, because doesn't the darts still only do 1 damage, or does the damage increase as it goes up to Spectra and Flying Fortress? Round 90, it is really important to have the Flying Fortress upgrade for round 90 and 93 and 95 and 99, 100. But those don't matter if you don't have this upgrade in the first place. Okay, balloon sabotage. When we click the ability, all the balloons on the screen, as long as they don't downgrade, will be slowed down. Will that be beneficial towards our run? Not really, but it's a nice feature to have. Right, halt ZMGs, you are not going past the primary side. Don't you just slow it when you have more than just firepower but utility? I wish Pop Plus, and there's another thing that goes on throughout the game where it's an upgrade that only benefits towers similar towards it. Like Pop Plus Druids only ever benefit other Druids around it, but not themselves. But Shinobi Tactics obviously benefit themselves. Okay, 97, you're going to get a fair few pops from sapped life from these balloons. 98 is not going to be needed, and we're going to use it again for... Oh, it's carrying on. Lovely. 98, you're going to go down. Are we going to pop round 98 too quickly? No, we're not. Okay, 99. DDTs, go away, and... Okay, we're going to get 2 Mega Pops with the Flying Fortress. Grand Sabotwah made it so we pop this badge just a little bit sooner. Doesn't slow it down, but it does decrease the HP of the bad when it spawns out while the ability is active, which I think is a great thing to have. It siphons HP. So there you go, everybody. That was a nice 2-tower chimps to do, aside from relying on explosive pineapples for all of the early leads, which I think most of us can agree is not the best solution in order to pop lead balloons, but it's the solution which we had for this scenario. Luckily we have all of the bombs, but I do see a future where the Flying Fortress will lose its means of damaging DDTs. I can just see it happen, just like with the Sky Shredders darts and missiles. I see it happening with the pods, necromancy, although that could be downgraded to plasma. I just see the normal damage type being eradicated from the game, and the only way in which you can actually get the normal damage type is with an MIB, or relying on the biggest one, shockwave damage. Imagine that. Like, even like super mines, that could lose its normal damage type someday. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. Please let me know what you thought of the video down in the description below. I can see like spiked mines and super mines losing their normal damage type if the DDTs make contact with the mines themselves, but obviously if it explodes, and that means damaging a balloon with its last pierce, then the explosion itself, kind of like with the fireball upgrade from the Wizard Monkey, could damage DDTs. You get what I mean. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. Sorry, please let me know what you thought of the video down in the comment sections below. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And one extra like and one extra subscription will mean one less yellow balloon that I die to in the future. Now, if you're going to buy anything from the store, and unfortunately the sale for Rogue Legends has expired, but if you still think about buying it, or you think about getting anything else from the store itself, then please, by all means, use my creator support code. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care of yourselves, everybody.